Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm going to be doing a video called Top 10 Tuesday, and it originally is by the channel Read First, Write Second by Tammy, who runs her channel, but she does booktubing videos also. And she did these videos, and it's just 10 books that are related to a certain subject that are good for the subject and such. So I'm going to be doing that. And I'll just put her link in the description so you can go check her out. She's really nice and such, so I would go look at her video. She has good videos. So I picked 10 books. You'll see them while I go, and I'm just going to give you a little description and why they should be good books for the subject. And I'm going to be doing tough subjects, where tough subjects is like abuse, that kind of stuff, I guess. So these are books that I've read, not books that I haven't read, and I have more that are tough subjects, but I just picked these 10 out because they're kind of known books. So, the first one that I have, these are in no particular order, they're just stacked here, is Twisted by Lori Halse Anderson, and I love this one. It is about a boy named Tyler Miller who used to be like a nobody until he graffitied the school walls, and because of that, everybody thinks he's a bad boy and dangerous and such. So the most popular girl in school starts falling for him, and she's the sister of the boy he hates. So he has to deal with her newfound interest for him, and he also has issues at home because his father is a jerk to him and his family and acts like they don't exist. So that's about all I can say. And it's just about him going through high school and all of what he learns. And Lori Halse Anderson, I like her books. I've only read 3 of them, but she's a really good teen author. Not a teen author, good author for teen books. So, but yeah, I really would recommend this one. It's written in a boy's perspective, which boy perspective books are almost always better than girls because they're just, boy perspectives are so funny. So, recommend this one. The next book I have is Crazy by Han Nolan, and not many people know about this one. This is about a boy named Jason. I've read this one so long, so I'm sorry if I get things wrong. And his mother died a while ago, and he lives with his father who has a mental disorder. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's schizophrenia. I'm not. But anyways, he goes crazy from time to time. Most of the time he's really insane, and he goes up and down, really high and low. And so Jason doesn't want to go into another person's care, so he tries to hide his father's disability, and the only people he can talk to about it are his imaginary friends who he has in his head, and there are, hold on, that doesn't say how many people he talks to, but I know there's like a group of them, and he explains the people who he talks to, and they have perspectives in the books, and they're all in his head. So basically, a time his father gets really bad, he has to get sent to foster care, and it's about him trying to get through his life and get through his father's mental disorder and just try to not become like his father and just try to hold on and get through life in high school. And it's such a good book. It's really sad, really emotional. I really enjoyed it, and it's just really good. I recommend this. Not many people know about this one, so. The next book I have, everybody's probably heard of this one, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This one, I put this in for tough subjects because it does deal with cancer. It's about a boy named Augustus and a girl named Hazel who meet at a cancer support group, and they fall in love. But Hazel, ever since she was diagnosed with cancer, was afraid to live. She was afraid to go out and do things because she had cancer, and she let the cancer basically disable her from living her life. And Augustus, when they meet, he's trying to show her just because you have a disability doesn't mean you have to stop living. Don't let this cancer take you away, because you could still live till a very late age and still have cancer. Why waste your life away doing nothing when you could go spend your precious moments doing things you've always wanted? So it's just about their relationship and how she's afraid to become in a relationship with him because of the cancer, and she's just afraid that if she falls for him and she might die because they both have cancers. So it's just a really, really good book. I cried my eyes out. I love it. I love moving characters, and of course it's by John Green, so check that one out too. The next book I have, I really want to reread because I read it a long time ago and I didn't enjoy it as much as I think I would if I read it again. I think I'd really enjoy it more this time because I'm older and more mature. And this book is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. This is about a girl named Samantha Kingston, and she runs with the popular girls in her school, and this is about how one day she gets into a bad accident and she dies, but she has about, she gets 7 second chances to relive her life the last day that she died, the day that she died, and remake her decisions. And it's about her realizing what a bully she was and the decisions she made and her friends and that kind of stuff. And each day it restarts, it goes exactly the same thing, and she starts figuring out how she really died and stuff like that and the exact thing. I didn't really like this book that much because of the bullying in it towards this one girl, because back then I was being bullied when I read these books and I didn't enjoy reading about people who bullied them. But now that I am over it and I'm stronger than that, I can take it on. I would really like to reread a few of the books I decided not to read because of that. So I really think that this is just a good book. A lot of people love it. I give it a 3 stars, but I really want to reread it because I know I'd like it better. So also, it's by Lauren Oliver. If you guys know her Delirium trilogy, this is her contemporary, so I want to check that out. And if you can see that, sorry, it's right below the camera. The next book I have is Speak by Lori Halse Anderson, and I absolutely love this. I listen to this book on audio tape all the time because I rented it from my library and I downloaded it on my iPad, which I'm sure it's illegal, but who cares. And this book, I read it in high school. I wanted to read it before that, but my teacher told me just to wait and read it with class. And this one is so strong. Not many people like it that much, but I love this one. I can completely relate with Melinda in every way except for what happened to her. And this is about a girl who, I can't really say much because the story goes kind of backwards in a way. It doesn't give you the whole story in Melinda, how she deals with the aftermath. You have to read the book and find out what goes on with her. So this is just about a girl named Melinda who something happened during her summer year and she comes back, all her friends hate her and she has nobody to talk to, and something really bad happened to her. And instead of speaking out about it and telling anybody, she decides to stay silent. And it's just about her struggle through school and with that secret that she has, and you eventually find the secret out in the end. So, good book. The next book I have is Bitter End by Jennifer Brown, and almost any Jennifer Brown book I could put in deep situations, but I didn't because I had too many, because I've read all of her books. So this is about abusive relationships. It's about a girl named Alex who falls for the new boy at school named Cole, and he starts getting kind of aggressive. She has a friend named, what's her friend name? I'm sorry. But I think her friend's name is Zach or something. I don't know, but she has another friend who's a boy, and Cole gets jealous of that. He's just he starts becoming abusive, which isn't a spoiler, it's in the back. And she doesn't know how to deal with it. She doesn't know if she wants to pull away or just stay with him, because her mom, in the beginning, you hear about this too, so it's not a spoiler, her mom isn't in her life because she ran away and died in a car crash, so her dad's always been kind of he's been there, but not like really mentally there, not really helping his daughters or anything like that. So she just wanted a real relationship all her life, and she finally gets it, and now she's afraid to let go, even though he's hurting her. And it's really, I want to be a therapist, so I understood why she made these decisions, and I understood what was going in her head. I didn't agree with them, because nobody would agree with it, but when you're in that situation and you're getting beaten by someone you love, your first reaction really isn't anger but confusion, and that's what she has to deal with. So this one was really tough to read because just some moments you're just like, what? Don't do that. Don't take that abuse. I have my other Jennifer Brown book, and it's 1,000 Words, which is about a girl named Ashley. I'm sorry if I get the names mixed up because I read so many books. Just that's the one thing that goes through my head is names, but I can basically remember the plots. About a girl named Ashley, and she ended up sending a naked picture of herself to her boyfriend, and they got in a bad breakup, and he sent it around to basically the whole school, who sent it around to other schools, and almost the whole town has it. So because it is considered child pornography to send a naked picture of a minor around, both her and her boyfriend have to do stuff for sending a picture. She has to do community service while he may be facing jail time. And while in community service, she meets a boy named Mac who just is really nice to her. He doesn't bully her or anything, because she did have to go through a lot of bullying and her family kind of spacing away from her and her friends, and it's just how she gets through it. And it's really thin, but it's really, really good. I was really happy when I got this one because I wanted it for a while. So next book I have is Keep Holding On by Susan Colasanti, and because I'm already in the 10-minute lane, I can't go on long about these books. It's about a girl who's poor and she deals with bullying at school, and I really, really enjoyed this one. Susan Colasanti is usually a really fluffy writer, but this one was pretty deep and hard. Just the only thing is Noelle, I feel like she complained about bullying and how nobody stood up for her, but there was another girl, there was a few people actually who got bullied by this group of kids. There was another girl who got bullied and she didn't stand up for her, so I felt that it was kind of hypocritical, but I do understand where she was coming from a little bit. But it's just basically a bullying story. The next book I have is Perfect You, and I could go on about this book for hours. I love it. It's about a girl named Kate who her dad quit his job to sell vitamins at the mall, and so they don't have much money anymore. And it's about her life basically falling apart. Her old friend doesn't talk to her because she became queen bee of the school. The boy that she likes ignores her, and a boy that she doesn't like bugs her constantly, and it's just about her family basically falling apart and just everything, and she just has to learn to go with the punches, and eventually it will be done, and just open up her heart to people who need to help her because she's so closed off. Really good book. I want to read more about Elizabeth Scott's writing. The last book I have, is not least, is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This is about a girl who kills herself. I don't know what her name is. Her name is Hannah. The girl Hannah kills herself, and she records on cassette tapes why she did it, why she killed herself. And this boy named Clay listens to cassette tapes because he is involved in them. And she says if they don't all listen to the cassette tapes and go around, because she has a map in a box that she sent to them, that if they don't listen, the people don't listen to the cassette tapes, that she has someone who will send them out to everybody in school so everybody knows that they were the reason that she killed herself. So it's just how they go through what really happened, and they figure out there's a lot more to this girl than they really knew. And when I read this book, I cried. And I read this before it became a huge popular thing. I read this years ago. I cried my eyes out reading this book because it was so strong. So this is a good one too for suicide and bullying and crazy stuff. So basically those are my top 10 for hard subjects. And again, read first, write second. She came up with this idea originally, so go to her channel and I'll post a link. Thank you.